What's up with everybody? All right, so I'm gonna give it a few as always for people to jump in and we can chat and talk about a few things. So if you're watching this, I hope you're having a good day and we're gonna get into it so we could talk about a few things in this entertainment business. So let's just give it a few minutes. You already know the drill. If you've seen my streams, these are random. I just come on whenever I get a chance, and here we are. So, like I said, just waiting for everybody to come in as the notifications go out and all that stuff, so we can see what's up. Hey, what's going on? Appreciate that. So, like I said, just trying to jump into this live stream. There's a few things I want to talk about as we wait for people to come in. So, I'll wait. Yo, what up? All right, so just gonna give it a few. We got a few things, very interesting things that we're gonna talk about, as you can see from this first one. And like I said, let's give it a. All right, I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds, and we're gonna jump right into it. Yeah, I don't know the algorithm. That's what it is. Now it shows that it's four, so it's weird. But sometimes YouTube does that, and it happens. But we're here. That's what matters. What's up? I heard about Zack Snyder's Justice League getting a theater run. Yep, that's what I'm gonna talk about. That's gonna be the last thing I'm talking about. I got like probably I want to say 9 topics I want to talk about, and we're gonna get into it. So in 10 seconds, we're gonna get into this right now. So I appreciate everybody that's coming on right now. I see all the numbers starting to go up slowly. I don't know if you guys see it also, but we are about to start now. All right, so check this out. All right, Captain America 4 has tested very poorly at early screenings. I am not surprised because everything after Endgame has just been tanking, flopping, and is just failing over at Disney. This is what happens when you don't have Zack Snyder to copy and rip off, because that's what Marvel was doing. Let's say how it was. And this is sad, but at the same time, hey, Disney brought this upon themselves. So here we are, and oh well, it is what it is, all right? So moving on, again, Captain America 4, a monstrous mess for Marvel. I am not surprised one bit. And you reap what you sow. This is what happens when you want to go woke, when you want to put some type of agenda and try to like completely change everything. The fans are tired of it. We don't want that. We want good entertainment. But yep, this is where we're at. So no surprise there. All right. So let's move on to the next thing, because I know everybody's waiting for the last thing. All right. So Tom Hardy says the Sony universe has its own Spider-Man. We haven't seen it yet. Hopefully, in the third film, The Last Dance. I mean, that's the most stupidest title that they can put to a Spider-Man movie. When it comes to Venom, I mean, Venom has always been a badass, and to call it The Last Dance, that's just stupid, honestly. We should have already gotten Spider-Man facing off against Venom, and it should have been Andrew Garfield, because his universe is dark, is gritty, and it would have fit with the same tone, on the same level as Tom Hardy and all that they were trying to, I guess, build, and who knows what the hell they were doing. And throw Morbius in there. I mean, hell is already you know in that universe, if you want to say. I mean, you can't throw Morbius right now into the MCU. I mean, it's two different universes. The tones are different. So, I mean, it is what it is. This is where we're at. Like I say, make the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Make TASM 3, because we need it. And like I said, we're gonna keep on fighting for it for everybody that's still with Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. So let's move on. Again, more Spider-Man. Spider-Man will reportedly be mentioned in Kraven the Hunter. Hopefully, because like I said, we need Spider-Man to be acknowledged in all of these movies within the Sony verse. And these are the main villains from Spider-Man. It's like it just doesn't make sense. It's so stupid on the studio that they are not bringing in Spider-Man to face off Venom, to face off Carnage, to face off Kraven the Hunter, to face off Morbius. I mean, what the hell? It's like, what's going on? Who knows what the hell is going on? But this is what we are facing right now. All right, so it is what it is. I'm excited for the next things that they're going to be putting. I get it, a lot of people don't like it, but it's enjoyable, it's entertainment, and honestly, hell, just might as well just keep on putting more of it. All right, so let's move on. Probably you've already seen this, you heard about it. So now we're gonna jump into DC. So this one I came across not long ago, and of course, Andy Muschietti is still being tied to Batman: Brave and the Bold. And like I've been saying it, I've been calling it. He's going. Batman is going to appear in Superman. Everybody's saying otherwise, but I see that happening. And it's going to be introduced in Superman at some point. Because the way that things are going right now, especially with the Batman 2, James Gunn's going to push that to the side until it gets canceled or just Matt Reeves walks away and he's going to open the door to Andy Muschietti and say, hey, look, now we can start doing what we want with our version of Batman and let's bring in Batman into Superman. So I think that's where he's gonna make his debut and he's gonna finally get introduced. We probably won't see who it is, or maybe we might, but this is what I think James Gunn is trying to do because he's trying to build his whole quote unquote legacy. But we already saw what happened in the Flush, and that's what's expected if we're gonna see Andy Muschietti, of course, working along with Peter Safran and James Gunn. It's just gonna be nothing more than another circus act. And like I said, the circus act ends here because we the fans are not supporting this and we're not gonna be tolerating it. So, what up to everybody? Appreciate y'all that's tuning in. Everybody that's watching right now, this random live stream that I always do. All right, so here we are talking about this stuff. So yeah, I'm not surprised if we see Batman appear in James Gunn's new DCU with Superman. Now, talking about Superman here, we have more pictures that have been coming out. And of course, you have this dude that's going to be on Creature Commandos. I don't even know his name right now. Nor do I care. See, same thing with this dude with this you. Don't care about him either. Somebody was saying something about he looks like a ripoff from what is it from the boys, one of the bad guys, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too familiar. And then you have this monstrosity character that I have no idea who this is, but again, like this is what we're getting with James Gunn. And at the rate that we're going, all of these leaks, honestly, by the time that this movie comes out, we're pretty much gonna see the movie, with all the leaks and everything that are just coming out. So I'm not surprised, honestly, and there's nothing appealing about this movie, and it's just not interesting. Honestly, it just doesn't catch my attention. It's just a ripoff of Man of Steel, and look, you can see all the creases in the rubber costume that looks like it was straight up, what is it, printed on the garment. So if you know about screen printing, straight to garment, that's what this looks like. And of course, you got those goofy underwear and those ridiculous boots. And I mean, what the hell, like, are we in the time zone that's confused? Because does this movie take place in the 40s, the 50s, modern time, a mix of both? I'm so lost. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. It is what it is. All right. So like I said, and then we have more of Superman, and it's just not. I don't know, man. Those underwears, man. That's just what throws me off the most. That underwear, man. I don't care what you want to call it, trunks. That's an underwear, damn it. Yeah, they're trying to bring that back again in style. Not happening. I mean, we're in 2024. Come on, man. It's like that doesn't work for today's audience. But let's not forget, look, because apparently James Gunn is gonna be putting out a change to the costume. Now, here's something that I came across, and I gotta tell you, like, wow, I gotta say wow on the next picture that's coming up, because look, let me just stop talking and let me just show you because amazing. Woo! Look at this. Yo. Need I say more? Do we have to talk about it more? I mean, wow, like what a huge improvement that James Gunn has done to the costume. And then this right here is what the quote unquote real fans want, right? Oh yeah, that's right. That's the minority of fans that want, because the majority don't want this. And the majority of us, we're just laughing at this, and that's where it all comes in. And it's sad. Up and away. Oh wow, like, yeah, but this is where we're at. But now let's move to the important thing, all right? Setting this to the side, all jokes aside, The real important thing and the main reason you're watching is because of this. Straight up. So Zack came out today and posted, want to see Zack Snyder's Justice League on the big screen. Stay tuned for a date. This is trending all over on social media, on everything. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. It's so big that even Fandango are running ads because I got one. I don't know if I saved it or not. If I do, I'll share it and stuff. I don't have it on me right now, but it's amazing because of course Fandango's like, oh, opportunity. We're about to feast with these tickets. You get what I'm saying? Because they know that people are gonna want to go to the theaters. Now, this right here is a major win for us, the fans, the consumer, for Zach, and for everybody that's fighting for the Snyder Cut. You all remember that everybody was like, no, it's never going to happen. And let's beat time 2021. Boom, we finally have it. So we finally have it and it's released. And now they are trying, the studio, to put it out in theaters. Now, how is this going to go about? There's probably several ways. It could be a small thing like how they did with SnyderCon back in April 2023, where it was just like they just rented probably one movie theater. I think it was in LA. I'm not sure, but to whoever went out there, like and what you were part of it, that's amazing. But they might do something like that. It could probably be something for like charity, or here's the big or if it could probably get released in a certain amount of theaters, like for example, some in like Florida, some in Texas, some in California, some in New York, like certain cities that drives a lot of traffic and stuff like that. So probably they can do something like that. And there could be two reasons why they're doing this. One, we already know that David Zaslav, he screwed up by bringing in James Gunn. So probably, it all bit him in the ass, and now he's like, you know what? Um, we might as well just do something because nobody's excited for this. All they're seeing is memes and more memes, and they just get more ridiculous and they just get funnier by the day. And they're like, you know what? We need to come up with something, and of course, they need Zack because WB without Zack, all these years they've been suffering. And let's not say, oh no, they don't need Zack. Yes, they do because Netflix is winning. Netflix is in the profits. They're making money. They're gaining subscribers. Meanwhile, this summer, probably next month because we're in July, or I think it's this month. Um, what is it? HBO Max is gonna do a quote unquote soft merge team up with Disney to try to bribe us. I mean, offer us a plan to get HBO Max with Disney Plus because they're losing subscribers and they don't have good enough content like Netflix. Netflix, on the other hand, is winning. So WB is probably like, hey, we need to make money, and like we need to go back to where we left off. What could it be? Well, bring in Zack Snyder, and they know that Zack is hot right now. So he's making money with all the IPs that he's putting out on Netflix. There's no stopping it, and of course, WB wants a piece of that cake too. They're like, hey, we want a slice also. Okay, what about bring Zack and we're gonna do the prequel to 300? That's a start off. Good. Congrats. Keep it up. Don't screw Zack over because the majority of the fans support Zack and we're gonna follow him. So after 2023, they're like, yo, we keep on losing money, and back to back is just flops and flops. And we did that. We, the fans, made that possible. So we got to congratulate ourselves because we put in that work to show and demonstrate to WB, hey, don't screw around with the fans. If you don't give us what we want, we're just not going to give you money. Plain and simple. That's it. We're going to keep our wallets closed. And that's what we're doing. Congrats. So if you're doing that, keep it up. We have to keep on doing that. That's how we're winning. And the message is finally being reached to WB. So what could be the other alternative that they could be doing? The other ones where we have to also be cautious. Like I just posted a video. We can't chant victory yet because the war is not done. Because we're still at war when it comes to this with the studio. WB's shady, and they could probably do a 180 and say, you know what? Hey, we're going to end up turning things around. We're just going to milk the Snyder fans, and, We're gonna put the Snyder cut in theaters just to milk it so we can fund James Gunn with his DCU and get the profits from that, and not only get the profits but merchandise, because McFarlane Toys are also putting out toys from Batman versus Superman, the 2-pack with Superman and Doomsday. So there's a lot of things that are happening when it comes to money, and WB knows that we are going to buy that. The fans, the consumers, they know that there's money to be made in. So there could be a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes that we don't know. And it's just a matter of time. But from what I'm seeing, is that the studio are to the point where they're like, you know what? We have two options. Our stocks keep dropping. Our investors are probably furious. The fans don't believe in us anymore. So we have either two options. Either we sell our IP, and I'm sure that Netflix, Comcast, Universal, Sony, they're all like hungry sharks, waiting for the opportunity, especially how the stocks keep dropping. And they're like, you know what? We're going to cash in and we're going to buy that as soon as they hit lower than 6.99, $6.99 a share. That's the lowest that it's gone to, but it keeps on dropping. And you would have thought that, oh, wow, with the leaks, with James Gunn's Superman, it was going to help it. It hasn't helped nothing. It just keeps on declining more and more. The fans are tired of it, and the investors, I'm sure they're pissed. They're just like, we want our money back, and it's understandable. You're an investor. You're spending money, so you want your ROI, return on investment. So it's up to the point where WB's so fucked that they're like, you know what? We can't sell our IP. We have to bring Zack back, and we have to do something because we know the fans are going to support it. So somebody had been like, hey, let's release the Snyder cut in theaters and we make profit off of that. Of course you're going to make money. You're going to make bank. Now, is it going to reach $1 billion? No. No, because this movie's already like 2 or 3 years old. It's already on, physical copies. It's on HBO Max. Only the hardcore fans and people that didn't get a chance to see it, I guess like when it first released, are gonna want to go see it. So it's gonna be an experience. And imagine this in IMAX. It's gonna be insane. I'm gonna go watch it if they post it, locally to me, where I can go and see it. Even though I have the ultra, what is it, ultra Blu-ray? I don't even know what they're called, but whatever. I have it on physical copy. So we fans are going to support it. Now, let's not forget SnyderCon 2023 last year, when they sold out those tickets for that private screening. When they sold out in minutes. So that tells the studio, hey, the hunger's still there. People still want, and like, they're gonna go and support it. So that's what happens, and that's what people want. I get it. Some people are just like, oh, I'm not gonna watch it because it's 4 hours long and it's just too long. You know what? You're not a fan. You're a critic, because there's no way to please those type of fans, those type of audience, if you want to call it. Those are just critics. Fans are gonna sit there and be like, that's it. It was only 4 hours long. I want more. You get what I'm saying? And it's funny because the hypocrisy of some quote unquote fans, when they're like, oh, it's 4 hours long, I can't watch it, I'm gonna get tired, I need a break. Oh, but let me guess, when you're watching Lord of the Rings, a movie that's what, like 4 hours long, or you're watching some other movie that's long too, I mean, there's no excuse there, right? That's acceptable. Get out of here with that hypocrisy. You get what I'm saying? It's just salty clowns, salty trolls that just can't accept the fact that Zack is back and we're winning. That's what gets under their skin, and I'm loving every second of it. Just like McDonald's, I'm loving it. You know why? Because they see that we're winning, and there's no stopping the Snyderverse. The Snyderverse movement and release the air cut movement keep on growing by the week. Every time we have more and more people that are down, that want more of it, and keep on demanding. If it wasn't, then why are we gonna get this now released in theaters? That tells you a lot. And that's why a lot of people are upset. They're bothered about that. And that's where we, the fans, are winning. People can't stand that. They just want to talk and just criticize just because that's what they are, critics. The fans are going to go and support it. They're going to go and watch it. James Gunn doesn't have enough fans to do what he's doing. This is why I see that it's a 50-50. The studio wants to put something out, and probably behind the scenes, the Snyderverse is getting restored, and it's a backup because they know that with James Gunn, things are going to go south. It's not going to work. So the studio's like, hey, we need to have a backup that's going to be solid and it's going to work and it's going to give us money. And they know that with Zack, it's happening. That's why when it comes to this, we are winning. And a lot of people can't accept that, and it's just crazy where it comes down to where like people want to still criticize and say it's not successful, it's not good, and whatever excuse that they have because they're just bitter and it eats them from the inside outside, knowing that they could not stop and prevent this from happening. We fought hard 5 long years, putting up with everybody talking down on us, insulting us, disrespecting us, everything, even threatening us. And what happens? We finally have that unicorn, which is the Snyder Cut. The one that everyone was saying it would never happen, including the studio themselves. And now we have it. And guess what? It's coming now to theaters. We don't know yet when, but stay tuned for a date. That's the beautiful part about it, you know? And this is where we continue to win. This is why Zack knows what he's doing. And I'm pretty sure, like I said it recently, I have a feeling Zack already spoke with David Zaslav and said, hey, look, I'll come and do your 300, but you got to admit, you fucked up. Oh, how? Because you didn't continue with what you guys promised me, my 5-story arc that included Justice League 2, and Justice League 3. And what happens with the Snyder Cut of Justice League? It sets up something even bigger with the Nightmare, the whole timeline and stuff like that. So, are we going to see that eventually in due time? Yes, I know we are. There's no doubt that we are going to see it. And we already know that with James Gunn, it's not going to work. It's not working. And it doesn't matter if James Gunn changes the costume on his new Superman. It's not going to help it. It's already started off on bad terms. Fans are pissed, fans are divided, and they're just upset. Even the James Gunn supporters are turning on him. They're even talking all over social media and criticizing James Gunn, saying, you know what? I was wrong. He's not going to do it. He's not going to make it work. And that's what they're seeing. That's why when it comes down to it, Zack is the man with the plan. He knows what he's doing. He's playing his cards right. I think Zack was at a meeting with, of course, the executives and everybody over at WB. And he was like, look, I'll come and do your 300, but you have to give me in writing that I can continue, probably, this is a big if, maybe, on a separate timeline. Has nothing to do with James Gunn, with his Snyderverse. And WB must have been like, you know what? We need money. Let's do it. And David Zaslav knows it. They need money. You think these executives and all these people in corporations are not going to want to do it? Of course they are. It's either you do this or the final blow is you're going to have to sell your IPs because those stocks are speaking higher than everything. And WB knows that the fans are the ones with the power. And it is. It's true. It's damn true. We, the fans, are the consumer. So we have every right to fight for what we want. Now, is the studio going to give us what we want? This is where we come into play because we're going to be paying attention to the studio. And if the studio tries to pull another shady move, straight up, we pull the plug and we're just going to boycott them just like we did in 2023 with The Flush, Blue Beetle, Aquaman 2, with what's this other one? Black Adam, of course, Shazam 2. All those movies, we made them flop. That was us. And that's because the studio thought that they knew what's best for us. No, you don't decide what's best for me as the consumer. I know what I want. I want the Snyderverse, and I'm going to throw all my money at it. You want my money? Give me what I want. That's it. That's how easy it is. Continue with Ben Affleck. Continue with Henry Cavill. And continue with Gal Gadot. I want Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. What you started, end it correctly. Don't think that The Flush was acceptable and that was it. No. Give us what we want. You know what we want, WB. Now give it to us. And we know what you want. You want our money. I'll be glad to give you my money as long as you give me more of Zack Snyder. This is why Netflix continues to win, because Netflix is giving you good content, good set it. Tell me, besides Game of new one that they're doing, what else do they have to offer? Nothing. What about Disney? Nothing. That's how bad both of them are doing. That they're like, hey, you know what? We're both screwed on both ends. Zack Snyder and Netflix are crushing us. How about we just form an alliance and we offer the fans something where they're gonna want to come to us? But honestly, I don't. I'm not getting Disney Plus, not even for a free trial. The same with HBO Max. You know why? Because I'm only with Netflix because Netflix is treating Zack right, and in the end, we're getting two, and we're getting another Snyder cut. We got the Snyder DC, and now we're getting another Snyder cut with Netflix for Rebel Moon. And this is another thing too. You have fans that were complaining and moaning and crying. Oh, Rebel Moon was boring. Oh, Rebel Moon was too long. It didn't have enough character development. Blah 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 blah. And your excuses continue, right? Just like Joker. Blah 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 blah. Now, what are we getting this August next month? Oh, that's right. Oh, let me remind you. Let me freshen up that memory. What are we getting? Oh, that's right. We're getting the extended cut, R rated, Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2. And on top of that, what are we getting next? Oh, that's right. Like a buffet, we're eating. What else? We're getting Twilight of the Gods. Oh, but does it stop there? No. Because now we have also Rebel Moon 3 that's in the works. Oh, but wait, there's more. What else? Planet of the Dead is also coming up. There's no stopping what Zack has created. And that's what WB wants. WB wants that money. And again, they missed out, they screwed up, they dropped the ball, and they completely fucked up when Zack came to them and say, I have Rebel Moon. And what did WB say? Nope, we're not gonna do nothing with it because we're not interested. And what happened? All right, let me take it over to Disney. And what did Disney say? No, we're not gonna do it. Fuck you. Why? Because they didn't believe in it. And what did Zack do? Here you go, Netflix. I have this. And what did Netflix do? Oh, hell yeah, let's do this. And what do we have now? Rebel Moon 1, Rebel Moon 2. We're getting the Snyder cut for 1 and 2. Twilight of the Gods. That's already 5 things that are coming. We have Army of the Dead, Planet of the Dead. Yo, there's no stopping it. That's the beautiful part. And that's where WB wish that they can capitalize on. So the only way that they can capitalize is by them going and saying, you know what? Screw it. Let's just put the Snyder cut in theaters. Oh, you should have done that from the beginning, WB. If you would have done that from the beginning, we wouldn't be in this mess. Now, what's going to come from this? This is what's going to come. Let me tell you what's going to come from this. Something big. We already know that with James Gunn's DCU next year is going to flop. We already know it's DOA. We know it's done before it even starts. All right? That's a fact. We know. What's going to happen once they put Zack Snyder's Justice League in theaters? Not only is it going to bring in tickets, not only is it going to sell out, people are going to want more of it. The fan demand is going to grow. And not only that, along with that, people are going to want the Ayer cut because they're going to be like, hold on. We got the Snyder cut. We need to know what happens with David Ayer's vision and what happens in the Ayer cut. Because remember, they're tied in, those two movies. And people are going to want more. They're going to be like, yo, you can't just leave this like this. So once again, the movement picks up and it continues like a hurricane. It's just going to intensify. And that's the beautiful part about it. Because now, mainstream audience that didn't know about this are going to be interested. They're going to be like, hey, I want more of that. Fans are going to be like, we need more of it. The studio's going to be like, we're making money with this. Let's continue. Let's do something. You see what I'm saying? So there's big money in that. That IP alone is huge. And then the same thing with the epilogue scene at the end when you have that nightmare timeline scene when Batman is talking with Joker. It just leaves you on a whoa, what happens? The same thing with Darkseid. Whatever happens. These are things that WB needs to explain to the fans. So if you don't explain that and do a reboot, You're completely done. That's why you've lost the audience, because people want to know what happens to all of these things. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you try to reboot and try to change things around, that's not necessary. People are going to be like, look, I don't care about it. I'm losing interest. I already lost interest. I gave up. I've moved on. Whatever it is. And that's what happens. Now, just with this news and this update today, with what Zack posted, stay tuned for a date. Oh, big things are coming. And like I've said it and I've been saying it for a while, I'm holding the front line for you guys. You know, when people have insulted me, have made fun of me, have everything, even threatened me, but I have thick skin. So, here I am still talking about it. What a great time. We are making history. What other fan base besides the Snyderverse and the fans that follow Zack have done this? Nobody at Disney has done that. Nobody at Sony has done that. Nobody at Marvel has done that except here. And that also is another win for WB, because it's going down in history where they're going to be like, yo, the fans are the ones that made this possible. Yes, that's what you need, the fan base. And this is what's happening. This is where we are. Yeah, Venom 1 was good. 2 had its moments. Yeah, it was true. And we still needed Venom to face Carnage and Spider-Man. I mean, we need that, honestly. But yeah, this is just amazing, amazing, amazing. But go ahead, drop your comments, because I'm gonna start reading some comments. I know I kept going, but it's just exciting. Who would have thought that this is where we're at, and this is what we're gonna be getting? Yeah, I played that Ghost of Tsushima. It was good. It was good. You guys feel free to drop your comments. I'm looking at comments right now, so it's just amazing right now. Oh yeah, for sure. 50 million to 100 million is a win if Justice League can do it. Of course, if Justice League can do it, for sure this one's gonna surpass it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna see Venom 3. I'm still gonna check it out. Disney can change. Honestly, Disney can change. Now look, here's a fun fact. Now that you bring that up, can Disney change? Yes. How? Once they see that WB continues with the Snyderverse and they do where they left off, Disney's gonna want to jump on the bandwagon and they're gonna want to copy against Zack, and it's gonna be the same thing that we're going through with the DCU versus the whole MCU, and I'm down for it, honestly. As long as DC stays true and lets Zack cook, then there's a high possibility that they can outdo Disney slash Marvel, because the MCU is not in good shape right now, honestly. And like I spoke at the beginning of this video, Captain America is doing terrible at early screenings. People are not excited about that. Not only that, it's a mess. And not only that, people have had enough of that. So what do they want? Quality. And this is where Zack comes into play. This is where WB comes into play also. They, of course, yeah. DC movies made money with Zack Snyder. They made a lot of money. After Zack was done, after Aquaman, the first one, everything started going down. Everything started going down. Yeah, Abney and DeLuca, they're for sure working hard behind the scenes, and I have a feeling that they're finally getting approval, and they're like talking sense to David Zaslav and saying, "Hey, look, if we don't take action now, we're going to be forced to sell the studio, and you're gonna lose everything." And David Zaslav's like, you know what? Let's bring Zack back. Let's try to rebuild the relationship, and let's just try to build something off of it. You don't have to build nothing off of it. Everything's already been built there. I've been saying that for a long time. If you see my videos and you've been following me for a while, I've been saying it. It's like a puzzle. The pieces are all before you. All you have to do is put them together, and you have the picture. Do Ben Affleck's The Batman movie. Do Wonder Woman 3. Man of Steel 2. Man of Steel 3. Release David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Do a proper Suicide Squad 2. We don't need the Suicide Squad. We just need David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Do David Ayer's Gotham City Sirens. All these movies that were promised to us, Cyborg, The Flash, under Zack Snyder, it would have been a different take. We would have been in a different position when it comes to, movies and cinema quality and all that stuff. But WB trying to play WB games, it cost them, and it literally cost them. It's cost them so bad that their stocks are completely crumbling. And they're the ones that brought this upon themselves. Just let Zack cook. Perfect example is Zack being with Netflix, because Netflix is allowing Zack to really do his vision and do what he wants. All right, we got the PG-13 of Rebel Moon. That's cool. I enjoyed it. I loved it for what it was. Part 2 was better than part 1. I'm telling you as a fan. Now, Rebel Moon, the Snyder Cut version, if you want to say, I'm sure it's going to be better. It's going to be even more, of what Zack's full vision was supposed to be. I mean, Justice League would have made $1 billion if it would have been released in theaters. The Snyder Cut at the time. Why? Because it's different than what we got at Endgame. Endgame was good with Marvel. But when you watch Zack Snyder Justice League, it's a whole different take. I mean, it doesn't get more badass than that. You have Wonder Woman killing Steppenwolf, the main villain, cut his head off. And remember, now notice this. When Thor in Avengers, I think it was what was Secret War? I mean not Secret War, Infinity War, the other one. He was like, "Oh, you should have gone for the head." Now I look at it, I'm like, were they mocking Zack because they probably knew what was gonna happen? I think that's what it was. When Thanos was telling him, when he was, I guess, stabbing him with that weapon or whatever, he's like, "You should have gone for the head." And what did Wonder Woman do to Steppenwolf? She went for the head. So you see what I'm saying? So notice how Zack hasn't been in anything of DC. How come Disney/Marvel can't put out that quality anymore? Oh, that's right, because there's no Zack Snyder to copy off of, right? Because Zack is not there, so you can't rob his ideas and you can't steal his his thoughts, right? Oh, so that proves you and that shows you that Disney/Marvel was ripping off WB and ripping off Zack Snyder. Because let's not forget, Kevin Feige was on set when James Gunn was filming The Suicide Squad. Oh, my buddy Kevin Feige was on set and he liked what we were working on. Come on, dude. You're the Trojan horse. Since day one, I called it. A lot of people were happy when James Gunn got announced at DC. And I had said it on multiple times. Don't trust James Gunn. He's the Trojan horse. You can't trust him. He's not good. He's not good for business. And look at where we're at right now. Nothing but stupidity. Jokes, immature dick jokes, and all the perverted stuff that he's putting out. That's the DC you want? Not me, and not a lot of people. That's why a lot of people have given up and said, you know what? I'm done with that. And now people are starting to see and wake up and realize again, and they're like, yo, you know what? Damn, you guys were right. James Gunn does not know how to cook. James Gunn cannot cook. He was good with Guardians of the Galaxy. I give that to him. Yes, he can cook with Marvel, the Marvel formula. But DC's not Marvel. He's turning it into Marvel. Some of y'all need to wake up and realize that James Gunn does not belong here at DC. He belongs over at Marvel/Disney. That's where he belongs at. He needs to be making Guardians of the Galaxy 4, 5, 6, Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, all those weird characters. That's where you belong. It didn't work with the Suicide Squad when you brought in that star. What was Starro, and then the shark. What's his name? I don't remember now. The shark on the Suicide Squad. So it's like those characters don't work. And then Weasel, come on, Weasel. Come on, like give us quality. Zack wasn't doing that. Zack was giving us quality. What did we see? Of course, the main characters. We had Martian Manhunter. We were supposed to get Green Lantern, and of course, from the leaked clips and everything, from Wayne T. Carr, when he was doing Green Lantern, You see what I'm saying? All the quality is there. This is why I say WB can still repair the damages. All they have to do is what they're doing now, release the Snyder Cut in theaters. Also, release the Air Cut. You're going to make double the profit. If you don't want to put it in theaters, that's fine. Put it on HBO Max. Milk it. You have a streaming services. Milk it. The same way that Netflix is milking it and Disney, go ahead and milk it. Put your own content on there. If anybody from WB is watching or anybody has a plug to WB, show them what I'm saying. If not now, send them the link after. Go ahead and put content out there. You need to make money with the Snyderverse. It does not work with the Marvel formula. It only works with what Zack Snyder was doing. People were going to theaters when Zack was at DC. The DCU was doing good. Don't get in the way. Let Zack cook. Let him do what he has to do. If it's rated R, it's rated R. That's what the fans want. I enjoyed the shit out of Zack Snyder's Justice League. It wasn't long enough. 4 hours was not enough. I want more. Another 2 hours would have been great. It was rated R. Even better. I don't want to see Batman PG-13. We saw that in The Flush, and it was embarrassing. It was cringe, and it wasn't the proper way to represent Batman. That's what we're gonna be getting with James Gunn, Andy Muschietti, and all these bozos. Nothing but a circus act. That's what you want. Go for it. But that's not what we want. And when I say we, if you don't consider yourself part of it, that's fine. Step aside. Like I say, these videos are not for you. These are for the fans and the passionate fans and the consumers that want more of what Zack was giving us. And damn it, we're gonna get it. And it's happening. It's happening right before you. Zack himself is proving and telling you today, July 2nd, 2024. Boom, this came out of nowhere today, early in the morning. Early in the morning. Of what? You want to see Zack Snyder Justice League on the big screen? Stay tuned for a date. Oh, it's coming, baby. It's coming. There's no stopping it. This is why we, the fans, we will stop at nothing. And the studio knows it. The toxic James Gunn and all the salty clowns know it. That's why they're right now in an uproar and they're all pacing. They're like, oh, snap. What is this? Oh, that's right. That's Zack with the facts. And now we're all Zacktivated. And people are just like, whoa. You got both sides going at it. Oh, I can't believe this, unbelievable. And then you got the other ones. Oh, it's not gonna happen. Oh, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's not gonna happen the same way that you said it wasn't gonna happen for the Snyder Cut. You said the same thing. Oh, Netflix is never gonna put none of the DCU films in their streaming services. Oh, it's not gonna happen. Blah blah blah. And what did we get in December of 2023 that it kicked off in January of 2024? Oh, that's right, Zack Snyder movies. Yes, we didn't get the Snyder Cut, but it's still IPs and characters that Zack created. You see what I'm saying? So there's always a possibility and there's always something. Yo, what up, Strong Arm? I see you, bro. Appreciate everybody's been watching. We've been here chopping it up for 43 minutes, 44 minutes right now. And it's wild, man. It's crazy. But this is where we're at. That announcement from today is just going everywhere. It's trending all over the world. Real talk. And that's the amazing part of it. Because we, the fans, continue to support and keep on fighting for what we firmly believe in. And that's what people are down with. A lot of people are not. That's okay. It happens. You can't please everybody. Yeah, that's another thing too. We need to see Jared Leto face off Ben Affleck Batman. We have to. We have to. You know? Now is the time. WB, you want to redeem yourself? Go ahead and restore the Snyderverse. All you have to do is not only release the Snyder Cut in theaters, you need to come out and make a post officially with Zack, just putting restored. That's it. Put that, and I guarantee you your stocks are going to double. I bet you that tonight, when the stocks go up, by this announcement, they're going to be in the green. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Because that's what sells. When it sells, people want to do that. I would say to join, but I don't know how to do this unless you guide me. Then I can do it. I mean, I'm on mobile, so I don't know how it works. I don't mind plugging you in. It's just I don't know how to do this. Yeah, it'll be dope, man. I'm down. Just show me, guide me how to do it, and I'll plug you in right now. So, like I said, I'm on the mobile app with the YouTube, and I don't mind plugging you in. All I gotta do is just how we do this. But yeah, that's what it all comes down to, you know. And man, I'm telling you, this is a great time for us. Yeah, try to look it up and let me know because I have no idea. I just do it with the mobile, and like I know there's a way, but I really have no idea how to do it. I gotta look into it. That way we can start doing this stuff. But this right here is just amazing, and it's all because of us, the fans. We're the ones making this happen. The studio knows it. They know what's up. They're finally coming to their senses. It's been a long journey, but here we are. And slowly, it's finally being accomplished. They know that you can't stop the fans. Everywhere, I'm sure on a daily basis, you have 24 hours in a day. Those executives are constantly seeing restore the Snyderverse somewhere, somehow. And the same thing with release the air cut. And they're probably like, you know what? Let's just give the fans what they want. That's it. Yes, because you need money. That's why. That's what happens when you need money. Now, you're coming back to Zack. Zack is down. He's never said, no, I'm not down. Zack has not once said that he's moved on. And again, this post today proves all the toxic trolls that they are wrong and they can't accept the fact. Because now Zack himself posted this today in the morning saying that it's coming to theaters. And that's why he's like, stay tuned for a date. I'm sure they're working on it and probably the budget or locations and stuff like that because all of that takes money also. So they're probably trying to see, hey, look, if we invest this much, how much you think we're gonna get back and stuff like that. So they're probably working on the numbers and stuff like that, which is it happens, it happens in every production. Whatever, movie they're working on. So, it's not gonna cost them much. All they gotta do is just rent out certain theaters and certain locations and just put the movie out there. But sometimes the theaters they want to tax you just because of that. Because like I said, when I went to go see Rebel Moon 2 for the private screening, it was just one theater, a big theater that they had. It got packed. Everybody was there, and it was only by invite, and it was amazing. But they only rented out one theater of the whole rooms that they have in there and stuff like that. Probably one of the biggest ones that they had, and they just put everybody in there and stuff like that. But it was awesome. That was watching Rebel Moon. Now I can only imagine watching Zack Snyder's Justice League on the big screen. You imagine that? Oh man, the chills, the freaking, it's just gonna be epic, amazing. It's just gonna be on a grand scale, and that's what the studio needs to do. They do that with this. They do that with the air cut. That's it. It's a win-win for them, and they know that the majority of fans want more of this because they robbed us. You know, they robbed Ben Affleck. They were supposed to give him the Batman, and what did they do? Give it to Robert Pattinson. And now look at the drama that's going on over there with James Gunn, the Batman 2. They haven't even started on the screenwriting. They haven't started anything. How long have we been into it? Like 4 years. Yo, it's crazy. What, like 3 years or something like that? And now it's gotten delayed. It's getting delayed again. And what? Now we're gonna get the Penguin. Nobody cares about the Penguin. That's how bad it is that not even with the Penguin the stocks went up. They keep on sinking. That tells you a lot. You see? And that's what people want. They want quality. Okay, the Batman had good quality. It was like more serious and stuff like that. But that's not what we want. We want Ben Affleck out there kicking ass as the Batman, doing what we were promised, doing what he has to do as Batman. And I'm sure it's going to happen. With this is just proof that it's going to happen. Accept it. That's the fact. That's the truth. The truth is that the Snyderverse is making a comeback. The pieces to the puzzle are all starting to align. Things are starting to come together, and slowly they're all building up to it. There's no doubt about it. 300 made up made stocks up. Yep, look at that. Hell yeah, we're all down. We're all ready for this. You imagine they announce Man of Steel 2? Everybody's gonna go watch that. And talking about everybody's gonna watch that, let's talk real quick about Super oh, Superman for next year. What's up with that? Tell you what's up with that. What do we have coming out around the same time? Jurassic Park. What is it? Jurassic World 4. So everybody's gonna go watch Jurassic World 4 instead of Superman, and I'm sure that's gonna hurt Superman at the box office also. And I'm gonna be in line ready to go watch Jurassic World 4 instead of Superman. I'm not gonna watch Superman. I'm being complete honest with you. At the point we're at right now, I'm not gonna go watch it. I just don't have no interest into it. But when it comes down to this right here, I know everybody's right now ready. So when they say, "Hey, look, we're gonna screen it at this theater. Tickets go up on sale on this day at this time," I'm guaranteeing you, it's gonna sell out in minutes. It's going to sell out the same way that tickets sold out for SnyderCon 2023 is going to also sell out for this. This is right here history happening before us. We, the fans, made it possible for the Snyder Cut to happen. We, the fans, made it possible for all of this to come together. And we're also going to come together, us united, one more time, because damn it, there's no stopping us for the Snyderverse to get and be restored. There's no stopping it. You have to accept it. That's what it is. I don't know how some people can deny it and say it's not gonna happen. It's right there. How much more proof you need? Zack himself is saying it. It's coming to the theaters. Stay posted. In other words, that proves and it shows that Zack has not moved on. Not once has Zack say he's never said, "Oh guys, you know what? Give up. It's over. It's done." No. Every time people come up with a hashtag, and I remember when they were coming up with the hashtag of sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to Netflix or whatever, he liked it also. Of course, he's gonna like it because it's helping the movement. But in the end, the grand hashtag that we have to use are those two that I've been saying for a while. We stay on track, we stay focused, restore the Snyderverse, and release the air cut. Those are the only two hashtags that we need to be using together. Use those everywhere. Use them on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere. That's why I only stick to those two, because those two are the ones that everybody knows. Remember, when we were all fighting for the Snyder Cut, we all used one hashtag. We all used release the Snyder Cut, and we finally got it. You didn't see 20 or 30 or 40, 50 hashtags of the Snyder Cut related. I'm sure you saw a few here and there, but the main one everybody was using was release the Snyder Cut. And we finally have it. The same thing we have to keep on sticking to restore the Snyderverse. Because when you have 20 or 30 different hashtags, all it does is just confuses everybody. They're going to be like, damn, which one do I use? Do I use this one? Do I use that one? And then you have this one that's probably trending, but then the other one that was trending, now it's no longer trending. But then this one is just a zigzag. So it's just confusing everybody. That's why it's easier. Just use restore the Snyderverse and release the haircut. That's it. Those two. Let them do their thing. Let them work out how they've been working out for these years. And it's all coming together. And this is what's happening. It's finally happening. That's why when it comes to, yeah, I still got some time. If you want to do a live, let me know, and then you can plug me in, or however you want to do it. It's just crazy, and oh man, this is just amazing. Like I'm in shock. I'm in shock that this is actually happening. Oh, that would be dope. Imagine the game with Justice League using the actors for VFX effects. Now that you said that, check this out. Injustice 2. I don't know if many of you have it or played it, but when it came out, they had the skins for Justice League. I remember unlocking all of them, but I'm so dumb that I forgot to save the file and I deleted it and everything got erased. I really screwed up on that one. Um, I barely got, I guess, Wonder Woman not long ago that I unlocked her skin, but man, I had all the characters, all the skins, and that was awesome. And it's like we've never had anything else after that, and who knows if that was just an exclusive for when the movie came out and stuff like that. But that I just wanted to say that because you brought that up with the game and stuff like that. It was amazing. Oh yeah, for sure. Truth is having a serious meltdown. For sure. Straight up volcano over there, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's insane, this right here is what grinds their gears, and it's awesome because we're here on the sideline saying, "Hey, we told you so. We knew it was coming. We continue to win." And they're on the side just being bitter and just being grumpy, and it is what it is, so it happens, that's why I'm just like, you know what, we're doing what we got to do. There's no stopping us. The movement grows by the week. Every other day more people are joining, more people want more of it, because they know that this is all quality. They know that right here, this is where it's all at with Zack, you know all right, cool, yeah, set it up and then let me know and I'll get on. But this is just amazing, it's just wow, huge victory, huge victory. you know when this movie gets released in theaters, it's just whoa. You imagine walking into the theater and saying this is how it was supposed to be, and it's finally happening. That's gonna be an amazing feeling, I'm telling you, because when I went and saw Rebel Moon in the theater, that private screening, it was just, oh man, just telling you guys right now, I just get chills because it was a special moment where it's like, I can't believe I'm actually here watching it on the big screen. It's an honor. You get what I'm saying? And the same thing is going to happen with this. This is going to be an honor to us, the fans, and of course for Zack Snyder's daughter, because for the whole movement, we've been fighting for the whole thing, with the suicide prevention, and we've been fighting for a good cause, and that's what a lot of people don't give us credit for. And this right here is just a major win, a huge victory that they know. And when I say is that, I mean the trolls and the toxic clowns, the ones that always talk down on us, that they could not stop us. They couldn't stop us for the Snyder Cut, and they can't stop us for the restoration of the Snyderverse, because it's going to happen. And they know it. They know it. They're panicking right now because they're like, oh, whoa, what do we do? What do we do? James Gunn's DCU is going to fail and flop. It's DOA. We know it's going to be done. It's done before it even starts. They know it. And this right here, oh, huge, huge move. That is amazing because if Zack is consulting David Zaslav behind James Gunn's back, that shows you that James Gunn has no power, no authority over at DC, which is DC Studios. David Zaslav is the one that says the final call. And like I said, the circus act ends here. With this is enough proof to tell you we won. We're winning. There's no stopping us. Accept it. Victory is ours. The grand prize is right before you on the big screen soon. It doesn't matter if it's one theater, if it's 20 theaters, if it's 5 theaters, if it's 1,000 theaters, but it's going to the big screen. That's what matters. Our hard work is going to pay off. And in due time, we will see Henry Cavill back. We will see Gal Gadot back. We will see Ray Fisher back. We will see Ben Affleck back. We will see Ezra Miller back as the Flash. And we will see Amber Heard as Mara. Why? Because it's the right thing to do for the sake of continuity and putting people's personal lives to the side, because none of that matters. What matters is give the fans what they want. You don't give them what they want, you reap what you sow. I can't wait to see Jared Leto and Joe go at it with Ben Affleck's Batman. That's going to be amazing. Restore the Snyderverse and release the air cut. I want to thank each and everybody for watching. I'm about to end the stream right now. We're wrapping it up at an hour. And as always, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. Keep on sharing the videos. Keep on showing your support. Let's keep growing and let's keep going. That's my new motto right there. So we're going to keep on doing that. Staying positive, staying focused. There's no defeating us. Say what they want. We continue to march forward. This war is only growing, like I said, but we can't chant victory yet because until they say themselves that the Snyderverse is restored, we will stop at nothing. Remember, we have to keep on fighting. Us together, us united. The same way that Batman said in Justice League, he's never faced us, not us together, us united. This is where we come, and together we make this happen. But yeah, as always, y'all stay safe. Y'all keep posted. I appreciate all the support, all the love, all that good positive energy. There's no stopping us to the top. And we will see Zack Snyder's Justice League very soon in theaters. Let's keep on fighting. Use those hashtags all over WB social media. Tag them so they can see it. That's what I do when I go on Twitter. I tag WB, I tag DC, and I do it on everything, on all social medias that I'm on. That is sending the algorithm to keep on growing, to keep on going, and also it helps the movement to get the ball rolling. This is going to be an avalanche of goodness coming our way. Woo! Let's go. We will stop at nothing. Remember that. Y'all stay safe. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And until next time, peace.